Hey everyone, welcome back to Future Wheelz. Today we've got something big, bold, and brimming with capability at the 2026 GMC Yukon. This is the kind of full-size SUV that aims to balance rugged utility, premium touches, and advanced tech. Over the next several minutes we'll walk you through everything: the exterior styling, from front to back, the interior, how it drives, pricing, and finally my verdict on whether it deserves a spot in your garage. So buckle up and let's roll. First impressions: when you see the Yukon in the flesh, you notice its presence immediately. It's large, muscular, imposing. GMC hasn't played it safe here. The design is updated with sharper lines, a more aggressive grille treatment, and lighting cues that hint both toughness and refinement. The front fascia is bold, with signature GMC styling in the grille, wide proportions, and LED lighting that wraps the edges for a modern touch. The hood is slightly raised, giving it that ready for work or adventure vibe. From the side, the Yukon carries that full-size SUV silhouette: long, upright, with large windows, strong character lines, and muscular wheel arches. The proportions work. The long wheelbase gives a sense of stability, and the wheels fill the wells nicely, especially on higher trims. The door lines are crisp, the belt line is balanced, and you see design cues that hint at both strength and sophistication. Around the rear quarters, you'll notice subtle flares and body sculpting that prevent it from looking boxy or bland. Turning to the rear, the tailgate is big and functional. The rear lighting is integrated into the tailgate and side panels, with full LED elements. The design is clean, with a broad stance and a sense of solidity. You get a power liftgate, hands-free on higher trims, and the rear bumper is accentuated with subtle styling touches and exhaust outlets where appropriate. Overall, the Yukon doesn't hide its size, it embraces it. Now let's step inside. The 2026 Yukon's interior is a mixture of premium materials, functional layout, and modern tech. When you open the door, you're greeted by wide openings, solid doors, and a sense of heft. On higher trims like the Denali and Denali Ultimate, you'll see full-grain leather surfaces, wood or metal accents, and refined stitching. The dash is dominated by a large vertical touchscreen, about 16.8 inches in many trims, that manages infotainment, climate, and vehicle functions. Physical VAC controls are still present, as rocker switches or touch bars, for easy reach and tactile feedback. The driver's area feels commanding. The steering wheel is thick, well contoured, with multifunction controls. The instrument cluster is digital or semi-digital, depending on trim, providing good visibility of speed, navigation, vehicle status, and driver aids. The center console is wide and practical, with cup holders, storage, and thoughtful placement of USB ports, wireless charging, and auxiliary slots. Many trims offer premium perks like ventilated and heated seats, massage functions, and multi-zone climate controls. Second row seating is comfortable, especially in the captain's seat configuration, available, or even the bench. A good legroom, adjustable recline, and climate vents. The third row is usable for adults and shorter stints. Legroom is a bit tighter, and headroom is acceptable but not luxurious. Cargo space behind the third row is decent for a full-size SUV, and folding the rear seats yields a flat-ish load floor and generous capacity for luggage or gear. Materials and finish quality are generally good, though as with most large SUVs there are some hard plastics in less exposed areas, but the overall feeling is robust and premium. This is not a cheap truck. Interior sound insulation is impressive at highway cruising speeds. The cabin remains composed and quiet, with minimal intrusion from wind or road noise. Under the hood is where the Yukon really shows its breadth. The 2026 Yukon offers 3 engine options across its trim lineup. The base and mid option is a 5.3-liter V8 that produces about 355 horsepower and 383 pounds-feet of torque. It uses direct injection, variable valve timing, and a 10-speed automatic transmission. That engine is robust and versatile. On higher trims like Denali, you see the larger 6.2-liter V8, rated around 420 horsepower and 460 pounds-feet, giving serious performance for a vehicle this size. There is also a 3.0-liter Duramax inline-6 turbodiesel, producing 305 horsepower but a strong 495 pounds-feet of torque, which is ideal for highway cruising, towing, and fuel efficiency in the right conditions. All Yukons come standard with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and drivetrain options include rear-wheel drive or full four-wheel drive depending on trim. In terms of performance, GMC claims the Yukon with the 6.2-liter V8 can sprint to 60 miles per hour in about 6.1 seconds. The diesel variant is less about outright speed but more about torque and efficiency. Fuel economy varies. The diesel front wheel, or a rear wheel, versions are rated around 21 city, 26 highway mpg, while 4WD versions dip slightly, 20-26. Gas versions are thirstier. The 5.3 V8 RWD model is rated around 15/20 mile per gallon city, highway and 14A 15/19 mile per gallon for 4WD variants. The 6.2 V8 does similar or marginally worse figures. In real-world testing, the gas variants manage respectable performance for such a big vehicle, though fuel costs will be noticeable. Acceleration, passing maneuvers, and highway merging feel confident with the 6.2 V8 especially. The transmission shifts smoothly, with responsive downshifts and gear holds in tow haul mode when needed. Towing capacity is strong. Depending on configuration you can tow up to roughly 8,400 pounds with the gas V8 and optimal setup. The diesel may deliver slightly less peak towing, but its torque curve helps in real usage. Handling is typical of full-size SUVs. Body roll is present in sharp cornering, but suspension tuning and optional magnetic ride control, on higher trims, help keep the ride composed and steady. Brakes are appropriately sized and deliver good stopping power for the mass. Overall ride comfort is good for an SUV this size. Road imperfections are absorbed well, and at cruising speed the Yukon feels stable and confident. Now, on to pricing and trim structure. GMC offers multiple trims: Elevation, AT4, Denali, AT4 Ultimate, Denali Ultimate, and the longer Yukon XL variants. The base 2026 Yukon Elevation starts around $69,200 for the standard length model. The Yukon XL Elevation, extended wheelbase, starts around $72,200. The AT4 off-road oriented trim begins around $76,000. The Denali trim, with luxury upgrades, jumps up. Base Denali is around $80,000, and Denali Ultimate commands top dollar, over $100,000 for fully loaded versions including premium features like air suspension, advanced driver aids, premium audio, and more. The AT4 Ultimate trim is also in the upper price tier, starting around $97,300. For the Yukon XL versions, add a bit more to those numbers. Of course, options, packages, and dealer markups will push final pricing higher. When you compare to competitors, full-size SUVs like the Ford Expedition, Tahoe, Suburban, Nissan Armada, or upscale models like the Cadillac Escalade, the Yukon positions itself squarely in the premium utility segment, offering strong capability and luxurious touches without fully crossing into ultra-luxury territory. The value calculus: you pay for scale, capability, and brand prestige, and the Yukon delivers that. To wrap things up, the 2026 GMC Yukon is a compelling option if you're in the market for a full-size SUV that can do it all: a family hauler, towing machine, daily driver, and long-distance cruiser. Its design is imposing and updated. Exterior and interior both feel purposeful and premium. Performance is solid, especially with the 6.2 V8, and the diesel option adds efficiency and torque for certain use cases. Pricing is high, especially when loaded, so make sure you pick the trim that fits your needs and don't overload with unnecessary extras. If you want domestic SUV capability with luxury flavor, the Yukon belongs on your test drive list. Thanks for watching Future Wheels. If you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our future reviews. Drop a comment below. Would you go with the gas V8 or the diesel? Or maybe you're waiting for a hybrid? See you in the next video. And as always, keep your wheels turning.